So what is an heir-at-law? We're talking about heirs, H-E-I-R. What does that term even mean in California under the California Probate Code? And really where that term comes from is when you have people who die intestate, meaning they die without a will or a trust, their assets pass to their heirs. And there's other instances where we might use that term heir. For example, oftentimes we'll say, all heirs at law are entitled to a copy of the trust or will, even if they're not named in those documents because they're heirs. So what are heirs? Well, you have to start with the decedent, and every decedent is at the center of a question of who is that person's heirs. And then you first start by going down to their children. So their children would be first in line to be their heirs at law. If they have no children, but they have grandchildren, then their grandchildren would be next in line at heirs at law. A spouse also would be in part an heir, depends on if it's community property or separate property, but that spouse of the decedent would definitely be an heir at law along with the children. Now, if a decedent has no spouse and no children, next you look up to the parents. That would be the next heir at law. And if both parents of the decedent are already passed away, then you look at the children of the parents. That'd be the brothers or sisters of the decedent. If any of them are alive, they are the heirs at law. If all of the brothers and sisters are deceased, but they have children, which would be the nephews and nieces of the decedent, then those would be the heirs at law. And if there's no brothers and sisters, no nieces and nephews, then you look up to the grandparents of the decedent. And if they're not alive, you go to the grandparents issue, which would be the decedent's aunts and uncles. And then you go to the children of the aunts and uncles, which would be the cousins. So you just continually go down first. If there's nobody, you go up to the next generation, and then you go down again. If there's nobody there, then you go up another step, which would be grandparents, and you go down again. And eventually you'll most likely find somebody living, and that would be the heirs at law. So the first point in time when you find somebody, that would be the highest level of heirs. So children would be the highest level if they're alive, if not grandchildren. If there's no children or grandchildren, then parents would be next in line, and then brothers and sisters of the decedent, and so on and so forth, until you get to a living relative. Albertson & Davidson is here to help you fight for your inheritance. Check out aldavlaw.com for our complete library of helpful legal videos and articles from your favorite California trust and will litigation law firm, Albertson & Davidson, LLP.